All right, so we're at AKG Media today, and we've got a very, very, very special guest. A lot of people might have already seen him on social media and stuff like that. So we're really, really lucky to have him. We have Jayden from Ray White in Caboolture.
There you go. Yeah,
good. Very, very, very famous, that introduction. I think what most people really want to know, just straight out of the gate, tell us your story. How did you go, how did you fall into real estate? How long you been doing it? And how has this all just happened so quickly?
Yeah, that far back. Gee.
Yeah.
Where's it start? Yeah, so I used to be working at Macca's, and I was a manager there at Macca's, yeah.
Right, okay,
So,
yep.
obviously they had heaps of training there and real structured and everything, so I feel like it was a good lead into real estate a little bit.
Yeah.
But my partner and I at the time had just graduated Amelia.
Yep.
And we were looking to buy a place.
Yeah.
I sort of said, yeah, right out of high school we'd want to get a property. So I went to my boss at Macca's and sort of said, I need a pay raise. What am I worth? And they said no. So I said, oh, okay.
Yep.
And so I went job searching. And at that point, we were already going to open homes and looking at houses that we liked and so forth. Yeah. I was calling up agents, having a chat with them already. And I already sort of liked it and caught on from there, just back and forth with another agent talking about something.
Yeah.
So I was just searching on JobSeek at that point, and Ray White in, I think, Weemuran originally popped up. It's a little far out, Weemuran, bit properties and everything.
Yeah.
Went in, read a bit further, and said they're looking to open an office out in Caboolture in a couple of months. So I said, definitely do Caboolture. I was born and raised there, know a lot of the area already, and applied, and sort of ended up getting an interview through them there.
Yep.
The interview process was definitely a bit of a wild one. I came off the back of an overnight after submitting my resume, and I think it's about 9 a.m. I was passed out of sleep.
Yeah.
And got a call from Jacayla, my boss there, was looking at the hire. And I was a bit dazed when I entered the call, sort of woke up, just said, hello, this is Jayden. She said, well, I want to come for an interview, time's at 9. And I was like, yep, cool.
Yeah.
And fell back asleep. And then woke straight back up and sort of like, what was that call?
Yeah.
Where did I have to be? When did I have to be? So I sort of freaked out a little bit.
Yeah.
The mum was like, I think I actually just got an interview.
Yeah.
And called her back and confirmed the times and everything. But yeah, sort of from there.
And then so you started at Ray White Caboolture then straight away, or
started it when I was there for Weemuran. Yep. There for a couple months. Whilst I was building a new store at Caboolture, and then transferred over there.
Transferred over. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as I opened.
So in the background, you've been doing normal associate roles and stuff like calling and stuff like that. And I think for me, when I first seen you, you were literally just out doing what every other associate's ever done, just out dropping flyers. You've literally just filmed you out there dropping flyers, doing your thing, and then all of a sudden it's just blown up. It's literally just blown up overnight.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't describe it any other way.
Yeah.
I was just doing my normal thing.
Yeah.
I was never really camera. I hated the camera.
Hated the camera.
Yeah,
really? Okay.
Camera.
Yeah.
Didn't like video, nothing like that. And then, as good bosses are, they're on your back a little bit. And trying to push you and get you out there. And said, go out, film something. And it took me maybe about 2 months to build up the courage to actually do something.
Do it. Yeah.
And did it. And took off from there.
Because it was so funny because I was scrolling through and then I just seen this come up, and then I was just like, oh yeah, I'll just watch, because I like to watch other agents' content, get a few ideas. And then, I was like, before I even seen 3 seconds of the video, I just see all these comments on the side, and I was like, okay, this will be interesting. He's going to obviously do something funny. He's just out letterbox dropping, a bird's going to poo on him or something like that. And that's why it's so funny. But I watched the whole thing, and it was just you just being you, just saying, hey, just out, dropping flyers. Anyone want any market updates? Thing that 50 million other people have ever done. But then all of a sudden I click on the comments, and you've got the Power Fish, you've got Fisher commenting, and I'm like, who is this guy? And then from that, I'm assuming some of these sponsorships have kind of come in. You've got a few.
Definitely a couple now. It's hard to keep track of them all. But
did they just DM you, or they just call you, hey mate, can we? Yep.
Or they DM me, and I say, reach out, give me a call, chat about it, just see if our sort of align and everything. But mainly it's just DMs, and they just reach out. But I think that was about from when I posted the first video, maybe took, I think it was about a day, and it got maybe 5,000 views, and I was kind of like, it's doing well.
Yeah.
I looked at a couple of other agents' posts, and they had around that 5, and I was like, okay, pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
I think it was day 2, then it went to 10, and I was like, now it's actually sort of catching on. And I think it's day 3, it really just jumped up when everyone started commenting on it. And then I kind of stopped, and I was like, whoa. sort of took off a bit and started replying to everything. And I think it would have been the week after I posted the next video.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, I'll just do the same thing, see if it happens again.
Yep.
And happened again. So I think from there, Hard Fizz reached out first.
Yeah.
They just messaged me over the DM. But sort of took off,
Yeah, and you're on the billboards and stuff like that. And
that's another story.
that orange suit, mate.
I still got that at home, actually. I framed it almost.
Oh, right. Well,
set up,
so have you been able to leverage that? Like, obviously people know that you're in real estate, and that's the big thing in real estate. It's who knows you. Like, are you getting many calls or anything like that from potential sellers and stuff like that? Are you leveraging that? Like,
that was always the idea. Like, especially when it first posted, I was sort of like, what do I want to get out of this? Like, it's all well and good going with someone and having fun with it. But where's my return, essentially? So with Fizz, it was very much like a give and a take for both sides. Like, I didn't ask for any money. They didn't ask for anything. It was more so I had a bit of popularity. They had a bit of popularity. So we just worked together. At that point, it was just getting my face seen. Like, obviously, as much as you can get your face seen as an agent, better. Never did I think I'd be able to get on 21 bill. 22. I think it was 22.
It's 22. Oh, okay. I thought it was just that big.
Yeah. 22 all across Australia. So I had people from Townsville, from Sydney messaging me saying they seen me or they saw me on the highway or something like that. And sort of linking back to real estate, I never thought I'd be able to get on a billboard. Pay for it myself. Yeah. Which 22 I'd never be able to get it. But so sort of just all linked from there.
So are you doing are you still doing the normal associate roles and everything now? Has it kind of changed a little bit? Like, are you still doing your calls and, your appraisals and everything like that?
It hasn't changed at all. Maybe just my confidence in it all. Like, I hold a conversation now better, and I've obviously learned from just everything over the last 10 months or so, but the calls, prospecting still there. Appraisals still there. I still keep track of my KPIs. Every single week we have sit down, have a meeting, see what I did for last week, what I can do better, how to improve on.
That's the good thing about Nurture Cloud, isn't it? Like, you can track all that stuff. Like, that's one huge advantage we have.
There's no hiding, and it always keeps you on track. Apart from that, I just don't let Instagram really get in the way of my real estate work. So like, if I'm going to do a video, I'll try to do it on my own time. Obviously, when I'm at work, I'll be working straight on. Realistically, I never have my own time. There's always a call somewhere. But if it's just a matter of me out dropping flies and it takes 40 seconds to film a video, put it up. Like, no, I'm done. But
and like, one thing I also noticed is, all these comments and everything to come in, because I've also, like, it's not as crazy as yours, but I've had a couple of videos that kind of went nuts and stuff like that as well, and trying to, I guess, keep track of all these comments and everything that come in and stuff like that. You do get the haters and stuff like that as well, but I mean, I think you do really well at just kind of, brush it off. And then, I think there's a lot of people that, get really offended and stuff like that, whereas you've just like, cool, you've just owned it. Like, I think that's why, I guess a lot of people have taken a real liking to you, and, and you've literally replied to every single comment. Like, I think I commented on one of the videos, like, hey mate, are you ever down in Logan? I got a house down in Logan. And then you liked it within like a couple minutes or something. And then all of a sudden you're in my DMs. Hey mate, not too sure if you were being serious or not. I think you do live down in Logan, but I can see you're an agent. Do you actually still need my help? Something like that.
Messaging it when they say they have a house. I'm in those DMs. Right away. I want that appraisal. I want that sale.
So is the plan moving forward? Do you kind of want to be your own agent? You want to open your own agency one day, or? I know it's probably a little bit.
It's a bit far yet. But definitely my own agent is the sort of goal. I personally just been in like 10 months now coming up. I still so much to learn. Like, I'm learning every single day. Goal is sort of this time next year. I'd love to step out on my own to see what it's like. Go from there. But I don't know. You never know what's going to happen in the next 6 months.
So you're obviously an elite associate with Ashley Anderson up in Caboolture. And are you going to like vendor meetings, like all those stuff like that? Or because we have really similar marketplaces, like
on turnover rates and everything.
We're both in the volume business, and I guess we're in similar markets where Caboolture and Logan, they somewhat have some sort of a stigma about them and stuff like that. So are you just like, are you running buyer appointments? Are you doing seller appointments yet? Or?
I'm doing a little bit of, I've just sort of dabbled in everything at this point. Like, I haven't really nailed down and niched down on anything I'm particularly doing. Obviously, keeping to the associates things, I always want to be prospecting and bringing in leads for the team. getting Ashley out to the appraisals. Obviously, if I've got a spare time or it's something I have a really deep connection with, I'll ask to go out with it. Sit down and listen, whether it just be appraisal or listing appointment. I actually had them on this morning. Gave me a call about 9 o'clock. She just said, are you working? And I said, oh, I'm always working.
Yeah, always on. Yeah.
And she said, I originally had it booked in for appraisal on Friday, and she's turned around saying, hey, we had a block of land, looked at it, put a contract on it, we need a list.
Yep.
So we're going out there Friday to list that. So
giddy up.
They're coming in, yeah. I've had a couple off the back of Instagram, obviously. Just they've reached out to me. I think I have 2 in the pipeline coming up, which we've gone out and done appraisals on their place. So that was pretty good. Yep. It was just a general chat. So saw you on Instagram. And if I get a call out of the blue, I've had many prank calls.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I get a lot of pranks. Because I had the same thing. Like I had a lot of, and it was really frustrating because like I had one that just blew up crazy, and then like you're trying to manage all these phone calls coming in, and then it gets frustrating because you don't want time wasters, and then I know, I definitely know what you mean with the prank calls. And
I always wait for the laughs, or if there's anything past 9 p.m, they're just seeing it on Instagram. Hey, just give me a call. Sometimes I'll sit and have a good chat with them and just have a laugh, but sometimes I'll just leave that one, or no caller IDs. Just know that's bound to happen.
Yeah, red flag straight away. No caller ID after 9 o'clock. Yeah, that's not good. You started off at Macca's. Like, I think one of the best cliches ever. If you could get a sponsorship with Macca's,
that would be.
Imagine that. You started at Macca's and then they wouldn't pay you more, and then all of a sudden you're coming back doing a brand ambassador or something. Get rid of Ronald. Let's go.
We actually work like not even 200 meters away from the store.
Oh, really? Okay,
so
you're right. Yeah.
From where we sit in our office, we can look down and see the Macca's I worked at.
Yeah.
So I think goal would be to try and get some business cards up in there, honestly.
Yeah.
Just on the cafe station. Just a couple
sneak them in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put them on the tables every now and then. Just drop hints.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a lovely team there as well. So.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got seller calls. Any other sponsorships you can maybe give us a hint that's kind of in the pipeline or anything at all?
I got a good one this afternoon.
Elon Musk and you.
I think it will be up when you guys get this one up.
Really?
So
Okay. Yep.
This one's the boxing gloves. So I got
boxing gloves. Really? Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one. I got to go out to Signboard that we've just recently listed out in Belmere.
Yeah.
They're a little bit of a smaller account, so I didn't want to charge them any anything. So sent me some cool merch.
Yep.
Just have some fun with it, and which they bring the video ideas to.
Yeah.
The sponsorship's good and all, and they just keep giving me stuff to post. And he sort of said, hey, I'd love to send you out some bright orange boxing gloves, get you to go out in front of a signboard, sort of shadow boxed, and then go, we're going to beat the best price out of the market, sort of thing like that. So that's going to be a fun one to do.
That's great. Yeah.
We got that one into this afternoon.
Oh, right. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
Geez, you're going to be doing some miles today. Like I when I arrived here, I was like, okay, let's see how Barker Butcher. It's like an hour and a bit drive away.
Yeah, it was a nice drive. My partner slept through the car ride, so it's a bit of a boring one. But otherwise, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a bit of a sports fan.
100%.
What's your go-to sport?
NRL.
NRL's your...
Yeah, straight up. I play touch football myself.
Okay.
Community at Caboolture. Huge. Yeah, I've been there since I was 5 years old.
Yep.
When they had a game last night, actually. But overall sport. NRL.
Overall. Who's your team?
Oh, Broncos.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they're not...
Are they going to... I don't
well
think
at the moment, but
I don't think
they're not going to make it. No.
Yeah.
They've been shocking.
Yeah.
But next year.
Yeah.
Next year.
Okay. And I always want to know, who is your sporting goat? Like who's your sporting goat? Whatever sport it is, who is it, and why?
Just out of like a general all-rounder at the moment, it'd be Adam Reynolds.
Reynolds. It could be any sport in the world. Any sport. Yeah. Any sport in the world. Still Reynolds.
Definitely still Reynolds. He's just
Reynolds. Okay. Yeah. The halfback Reynolds.
He's got the leadership in him. He's what I want to be.
Cool tats too.
Yeah. Cool tats. He's a good kicker. Never misses.
Yeah.
Gets the team.
Is he back this week? Is he back? Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I know he'll be out soonish, but he's just.
Yeah, they need him there if they back the out. They definitely need him.
Last season chose for it as well.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Yeah.
Get over the grand final, but.
That's
Rob.
You're off. Yeah. So tell us. So you got any cool success stories that since all this has blown up? Have you had any really cool things that have happened? Like you've listed a few, or people have just called you out of the blue?
Yeah, so I've called out of the blue, more like one this morning. I also had the 2 Instagram ones we got in the pipeline coming up. They've definitely called out of the blue. But obviously getting into real estate agents, you got that facade at the front where it's the nice car and the watch and the shoes and you're walking around all nice and happy. So I love that. Got into it for that reason. Thought, for 3 months in, I'll be selling them all. I'll be doing everything. Obviously, you step in and you see how much it is, what you got to do. Which is great, and there's so much learning. But I think it took me about 7 months before I got my first.
Yep.
And I listed
just from calling and stuff.
Yes. Yeah. One was I knew from footy already.
Yeah.
Down there was a mate. She gave me a call, said they're looking to sell it investment. And I said, cool. We got selling that out.
Yeah.
Didn't even get it to market actually. We just sold it off market. Just snapped up that week. And then I had another one that month from calls, just prospecting. They reached out. I contacted him. He said he was going to look to do it in a couple of months' time. All good. I'll work with you. You know, like 100%. Had a buyer come along, described the property, looking for a little bit of renovator, same budget. So I gave him a call, said, look, I got one here. You want it?
Yeah.
And then he's gone, bring it through. So I brought it through, signed them up, and happy days, it all went under contract and settlements all booked in.
Yeah.
So that was really good. And we got a couple more coming up. So keep your head down, keep working, and get to that.
I think that's a really good point that you just brought up. Like, you know, it's all a facade, like with you know, flash cars, and you know, it's easy. I'll just be able to go out off onto my own and everything. And even with the because you know what you've had is not normal. Like that is not normal.
No,
it's still and it's still a bit of a hard thing to be able to get sellers and you know, find those listings. So I think that's a really good thing that you brought up. That you know, you need to work. Like you need to call. You need to. It's not just going to fall in your lap, and people aren't just going to pick up the phone and just call you.
Yeah, look, it's consistency at the end of the day. Like you put in the work, I put in the hours. Like when I first started, I went from a 9 to 5 job. To real estate, and sort of did the 9 to 5 at the start, and I knew that wasn't working out, and they had a chat with me as well, going, what you're putting is what you're going to get out. Next thing you know, I'm working 7 days a week, pretty much. Whenever I am at the phone on me, answer all the calls I can. And obviously with the Instagram thing, it just worked out.
Doing a little bit on the side.
A little bit on the side, any money or stuff, because they are starting to pay me now, a couple of people. To do some videos for them, but that all just goes back into my real estate. It's either going to go back into, I've sort of committed it to, whether it be buying flyers in the end when I'm out my own agent, or listing piece, or getting something over the line, I can put in a little bit of cash that I've just made
to help.
Instagram.
Yeah.
So as long as I can tie it all back to real estate, the end goal.
That's the, you know, as Tom Panos always says, it's not what you know, it's who knows you.
True. Well, it's crazy just getting recognised on a night out now.
Well, like.
We had a good one yesterday actually. Someone came into the office, and I was just sitting out the back. One of our receptionists went up and greeted them, said hey, and they said, can I speak with Jayden? I was just sitting out the back like, what? And they just come out and asked me, and I was like, okay. So gone out there, had a chat with him. He said, can I get a selfie with you? Okay. I just walked in the office and asked for a selfie,
and that was it, and just left.
That was it. Did
you get that number? Like,
do you have any property to sell, or it was a bit more to it. He was grouting. He does grouting. For instance. So he came in, dropped off a little flyer, said he saw me on Instagram, just want to reach out and sort of work together. Again. So I was like, oh, great. So it's, it really is, you know.
And that's the thing, like having all those connections and stuff like that everywhere. Like once, that's one thing I learned, like when we go to all these conferences and all these, like Ray White, they have a huge network. But when you go to the awards nights and all these elite conferences and all these things, like, it's good to have connections with absolutely everyone, because people then refer you stuff on and stuff like that. So having connections with tradies, you know, because tradies know a lot of people, or they're, you know, they're doing bathrooms and stuff for people that are renovated and about to sell. You know, you kind of want them in your corner.
Name drop.
So absolutely.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with the Ray White network, like the training they have is huge. Like the first 6 months I was just knuckle down training, whether it be in Brisbane or Thursdays we're doing cool sprints or something like that, but you just meet so many people. It's just great.
They definitely do a good job, the Whites. There's but I think we got the awards night coming up a couple of weeks. That should be a good night. You're gonna
well, I tried getting the orange suit across the line, but
oh really?
Yeah, tried it. Brought too much attention.
No, I think that's okay. Done. All right. Well, I think that's I think that was pretty good. I think a lot of people genuinely, truly do want to hear your side of the story, and I think that's the reason why they want to hear is because you come across as a very genuine person, like, and I think, you know, when you respond to people in their DMs and stuff, like, yes, you're obviously doing your classic job as an associate and following up with people and stuff like that, but it comes from a very genuine care, and I think that's why you'll do really, really well. But yeah, man, I'm psyched to have you on here.
I appreciate it.
So much fun, man. Should we have a fizz at the end?
We'll take a sip.
We'll have a fizz. Why not?
To represent.
Yeah. Cheers for coming in, mate. Appreciate it.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, wow. That's
superb. Goes down nicely, eh? Takes a cup. You get used to them after a bit.
Yeah. Wait.